One of the first roles that I got, the very first role that I got was very, very quick. It was in Think Like a Man, and I played Terrence J's girlfriend at the beginning of Think Like a Man, the first one. And I came off tour, like he had just called me because I knew him from 106, and he had called me and he's like, are you available? You know, and so we flew into, I was on tour, I think with Wayne at the time, flew in to do that. Second one was Vin Diesel. I had auditioned.
Riddick?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I had auditioned for, Riddick. And I had gotten called back once or twice already. And I think that was they were trying to make it work with one role. I think I switched gears to play the other character, and then they were like, no, that's not true. It was the same character each. So I went back 3 or 4 times.
Right.
My agent at the time said, you want the good or the bad news? And I said, I'll take the bad first. She said, bad news is you didn't get it. And she goes, do you want to hear the good news? I said, yes. She says, they want to write you into the movie. They're creating a character they loved your acting. They ended up going with like a white girl to play the audition the role that I was auditioning for. And I don't, you never know what they're really looking for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could have been too tall.
Right. And that process takes
anything.
How long though, typically? Just to come back and re-audition.
It can be long. You could be waiting months for your yes or your no. You're just on pins and needles, but usually it's weeks. Usually it's at least like several weeks. So it's painstaking for sure. Like you gotta find a comfort in the wait.
Does those processes affect if you still pursue?
They could if you're a weaker individual.
No.
You know, because hearing no is difficult. And if you don't grow comfortable in the process of leaving it there and not carrying the doubt, the anxiety, you know what I mean? And there are times, because there are big ones that I've done that I'm like, I really want this. Like I try to suppress and I tried to leave it there, but it creeps up in my thoughts and I'm like, I really want that. I want that. And it felt like mine.
To see it played out with somebody else. And
it hurts. Yeah, but that's too much like running from pain. You know what I mean? And I think there's a fine line between wanting to manifest something and wanting to manifest something, but also not like investing all of your energy in that one place.
Right.
Because that sets you up for a more major disappointment if it goes that way, but you want to think positive things at the same time. So there's a balance.
Yeah.
But you got to be strong. You have to be comfortable not getting chosen, not getting drafted, not getting selected.